elite single mom, empowerment coach. I help single moms reclaim their life of abundance. And I also do that by, with mental and practical guidance so they can reclaim their life. And also those that are looking to transition from working a demanding 9 to 5 to building a business they love. And I do this all through the framework of what's your I can. So imagine this, ladies, and we have gentlemen in the room. Put your hands together for the gentlemen in the room on this day. And I call you all our allies. Are you any one of you a single mom or no single moms? Right. So it is an amazing thing to have allies, especially male allies who can support, who can vouch for us, who can just advocate in the workplace, in the community, or wherever we are. So we greatly appreciate the male allies in the room on today. One more time, put your hands together for the male allies. And not only for the male allies, we want to give Dr. Michelle a round of applause, right? Because without her opinion, none of this would be possible. No matter who's in the room, God knows who's supposed to be there. And God is going to reward your faithfulness for your visit and also allowing all of us to be in a space so that we can grow, that we can empower one another, we can encourage one another, we can cry when we need to cry, we can laugh when we need to laugh, we can eat when we need to eat, and God knows I love to eat, right? So all of those things are holistic care. Holistic, right? Because we need to be fed so that we can be strengthened to carry on our journey. So food is very important. We don't want to overlook the servers, those that played a pivotal part in helping Dr. Michelle put this together as well. So those that are on the south with Dr. Michelle, give them a round of applause as well. So we want to recognize every person in the room on today, and I want to recognize every person in the room on today, and I just want you to know that I'm excited about being here, and I thank you all for having me. So I want you to do this for a moment, because sometimes reimagining things can be very, very difficult, especially when you come from a background where everything was cloudy, where you come from an abusive background, where you come from a struggling background, where you come from a background that has been tainted by, stereotypes and stigmas and all the things, right? So it takes a special type of mind. I think I heard someone say that earlier today. You gotta have the right kind of mind. You gotta think differently. You have to be intentional about your thinking and how you're going to think, right? So imagine this for a moment, where you hold the power within your heart, within your hands, within your capability to change your life, to change your utopia. You have the power to change your story, transform your life, and create the utopia that you desire. Jeremiah 29:11, I'm also saying this to single moms that I work with, that when you became a single mom, or when you became that, person that you never in your wildest dreams would have thought you would be in that space, Jeremiah 29:11 was not void for you. Sometimes our situations or people will make us think that just because we're in this situation now, that God no longer has the same plan that He had for us in the beginning. And whatever God says, He says in His word that heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word, it is not going to fail. So whatever word that He's spoken over your life, whatever He stated to you, it is going to come to pass. It has no choice but to happen. And what happens is we allow other people to now dictate to us because we are in a situation that may seem less than the societal norm. Right? We're in a situation, we are doing something where you can't do this because you don't have the degree. You can't do this because you're not qualified. You didn't go through the experiences. You don't have 10,000 hours in order for you to be in this position, to be the next CEO, to be the next head of state, to be A, B, and C. But I want you to know that you have the authority to take the pen back and write your own narrative. So many times we give the narrative to someone else and let them say who we are, who we can be, and who we can't be. when you put some pressure on it, it has to give way to what you are saying. So when we allow ourselves to allow someone else to take the pen and the words in your mouth is your pen. Your mouth and what you say. So when we allow someone else to fill our mouth and fill our minds with something else other than what God has told us that we are powerless. We're no longer having the power that we need. So as a single mom of color who once faced adversity and struggled to find a place in the world, I intimately understand. And I know you know some moms, single moms who may be feeling like this. And you too may be in this same space yourself. So I understand the struggles. I understand the transformative journey that awaits each and every one of you. Through my own experiences and the vision gained along the way, I have discovered the incredible power that lies in rewriting our stories. It's a powerful thing to know that you have the power to rewrite your story. Abraham, to make a choice for us, he said that I gave you a choice. So take that choice back. We allow other people to have so much opinions, too many opinionated, ideologies going on, doctrines going on, that make us feel like, oh yeah, I gotta succumb to this. No, I can't be a manager. No, I can't start my business. No, I have to wait on this. No, I gotta wait until I get the say so from someone else. But when God says, no, I gave you. So what you say is what I'm going to make happen. What you speak is what I'm going to allow. He said, whatever you lose and whatever you bind, whatever you put out there, whatever seeds that you sow, not somebody else sowing for us, whatever seeds that you sow, that is what's going to grow. So let us embark on this transformative quest where we delve into the depths of our personal narrative and unchain ourselves from the shackles of self-doubt. It is time to challenge the stories we've been told and reclaim our power to design a life filled with purpose, joy, and abundance. Who's ready for some abundance in their life? And I'm not just talking about an abundance of money. I'm not talking about abundance of things, but an abundance of peace and joy and understanding our identity and our purpose. Because when we have an abundance of that, everything else has no other choice but to flow. Everything else has no other choice but to come through the abundance that we have when we have a right mindset. When we know who we are, when we know our identity and our purpose, when we have taken our pen back and begin to create our own story, then we'll begin to reclaim our life of abundance the way that it was intended when Jeremiah 29:11 said, I know the thoughts I think towards you, thoughts of good and not of evil. I know the plan that I set before you. Then we can be able to recreate our story, change our utopia, create our utopia, and all the things that come with a life of abundance. Are you ready? Let me know if you're ready on today. Because I'm ready with you, right? Welcome to Transformational Experience Like No Other, right? The time for transformation is now and together. You don't have to wait until a certain time before you transform your life. Don't allow, well, I need to wait until I get my finances to this particular amount. It's good to have a plan. It's good to have a goal. It's good to know where you're going. It's good to have a vision for your life. But tomorrow seems like it never comes. I never found that on the calendar yet. I didn't find someday, I didn't find one day, and I didn't find baby day. I have not found any of those on the calendar. And it says that when you hear, the day that you hear, I'm using the spiritual but in a natural. So the day that you hear God, or the day that you see your vision awaken again. I was riding in a car and 3 words jumped out to me. It says ignite, reignite, and fan the flames. Ignite, reignite, and fan the flames. Some of us here need to be ignited. Some of us just simply need to be reignited. I'm thinking about a fire that needs to be started. It needs to be ignited. We need to get the matches and all the things. And some need to be reignited, where you just already had it lit once, but it went out. And then some just need to fan the flames because you see the smoke. The fire is there. You see the smoke, but but you just need a little fanning. You just need a little, just a little bit, right? So that the vision can come alive again. So that you can have the power and the will to transform your story again. To take back your narrative again of who you know you're supposed to be. Our personal stories are the threads that weave the tapestry of our lives. They are the narratives we carry within us, shaping our perception of ourselves and the world around us. Our stories hold immense power, for they not only reflect who we are, but also have the ability to mold who we can become. Our stories, your story. What are you telling yourself? What have you told yourself just on this morning when you woke up and you looked yourself in the mirror? Oh, I'm too this, I'm too that, this don't fit, this not wearing right. All the things that you're telling yourself. And then that begins to shape your identity. You can feel uncomfortable because you get in a space and someone else has something on and they're wearing it well, and you look at what you have on and you're not wearing it quite well because you've already told yourself. You've already stated some things where you've already begun to write your story. And whatever you write, whatever you speak, remember that is what's going to come to pass. Because everything now is going to go to play. The universe, I'm going to say, is going to go to work to make happen what you have told yourself. And so if you're feeling less than and you're telling yourself, oh man, I'm not good enough for this, I can't, obtain to someone else or measure up to the room that I'm getting ready to walk in, or that job I'm going after, the promotion I'm going after, because so-and-so is better than me. I only have a third grade education, or I can't talk well, I can't write that well, I can't do A, B, and C. So you're already shaping your future before you even allow your future to get a chance to speak to you. You're already disqualifying yourself by the words that you are saying. Our personal stories are not mere tales to be recounted. They are the lenses through which we view ourselves. Work in the C-suite. You can't have your own business. You should go into these places because in these places, it's not for you. When we internalize narratives of limitation, self-doubt, and society's stigma, we inadvertently limit our own potential. We allow these narratives to define us, to cast a shadow over our abilities, and to perpetuate the belief that we are somehow inadequate and incapable. We have the power to change our narratives. We have the ability to reshape our stories and redefine what it means to be a single mom. And I'm going to walk us through a little bit of what's your I can, because it's not just a question. It is a tool that I use to shape and to mold and to create the business that I love, and also to help other single moms create the business that they love, right? So one of the things that I do is some of the questions that I ask that comes from reframing our stories for transformation, and some of the things that I utilize in the WYIC is what I call it, is the influence on our identity. Not only that, the strategy for reframing is self-awareness. Self-awareness. Recognize negative patterns. So when you are utilizing, and we're thinking about what's your I can and how does this work for me, you have to recognize those negative patterns. So what is limiting you? And why is it limiting you? One of my favorite, well, not one of my favorite movies, but a line from one of the movies I love is Coming to America. And so in Coming to America, the king's father went to where the prince was living, and he was with the woman, and the youngest daughter was like, well, he's the prince. And what he said was, who told you that? Who told you? Whatever your limiting beliefs are, who told you that? And when you sit and you begin 2 months, 3 months, a week. And the second thing is journaling. Journaling is a very powerful thing, right? If you don't like to journal, I encourage you to journal. You don't have to go and buy a little cutesy journal. You can get a pen and notepad and just write things down. Document and challenge limiting beliefs. Number 3 is empowering affirmations. We have an affirmation queen in the house, as I'm told. Empowering affirmation. Use positive affirmations. Seek evidence. Number 4. Reflect on past successes. What did you do well as a single mom? What did you do well in this position? Were you a great budgeter? Were you a great organizer? Were you a great time manager? What did you do well? Because what you did well translates into the business world. What you did well in this season, sometimes we discredit everything that we did in one season because it doesn't look like it's supposed to be in this space. And so we think we have to go to school to relearn something else. We need to take A, B, and C, all these certifications. When you already, he said, I put into you everything that you already need. I give to you. I gave you the skills. I gave you the talents. I gave you the gifts. I gave you the know-how. I put you in that place for that reason so that it can be developed during that time. So you don't have to really go and get new skills, but tap into the skills that you have. And that's what What's Your I Can does. It helps you to tap into the skills that you have and unlock hidden potentials. Find encouragement from others, just like in this room today. Just like in this room today. A supportive community. Visualization. Imagine achieving your goals. You have to be able to see it before you see it. You have to be able to envision it before it even comes to pass. So imagination, visualization is a very important aspect in reclaiming your life from abundance, in building a business that you love, in restoring a family, whatever it is that you are, set out to do. Action, take small steps. Take small, consistent steps. One of the things that my mom, when I was when we were younger, I reference my mom a lot, okay? Because she's just a genius, okay? Wisdom. So one thing that my mom used to always tell us when we were growing up, or even now, she says, how do you eat an elephant? Anybody know the answer to that question? What? One piece at a time. That's you. One piece at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So taking small steps to get to where you want to be. And sometimes you may feel like I can't do it, but that's where the power of I can come in. What are you telling yourself in those moments of feeling defeated? The masks were a great example of your I can. The mask and what you're doing was a great example of that. So we have your I can. It's not just a question. It's an intricate invitation to release your strength, your inner strength, and embrace the limitless possibilities. The power to shape your story. On my way here, I had to take some extra notes because I was hearing when I got here how powerful this was, and God was already speaking to me that there's going to be some chains that are going to be broken, some minds that are going to be healed, some people that are going to be renewed in their spirit, and those that felt as if they were vigilant, their vision is going to come back. And so this is What's Your I Can. It's not just a question. It's an invitation to unleash your inner strength and embrace the limitless possibilities that awaits you. It's about realizing that you have the power to shape your story, to rewrite the chapters that no longer serve you. Because then we can hold on to some ideas. We can hold on to some things that's no longer serving us. It's just taking up space. Living rent-free and not bringing now income. You want your ideas to be profitable. You want your ideas to bear fruit. You want your ideas to have weight to it. So don't allow anything that does not need to be in this person, and someone said a 2.0 version of you, to stay there any longer. And I tell my children this, even if you don't need the idea, pass it along to someone else because they may need it. It may be valuable to the next person, even if it's no longer serving you. So don't just throw it away because it did serve a purpose at one point in time. I need to rewrite I can't see right. Listen, equal being the same in quantity, size, degree, or value. Sometimes we may feel like somebody talks. David and Goliath is a good example. Anybody ever experienced where you're going against something greater and you feel like, man, this is too great for me, this is too big for me. Now you know that I am equal to that. I can be all bit of 4'8", 5'4", 5'3", whatever the case may be. But God said, listen, I am equal to that. I don't have to shrink down. I don't have to back away. I don't have to, succumb to what my situation is saying, because I am equal to that. I'm all sufficient. I have everything I need. I have everything I need pertaining to life and godliness. I have everything that I need to obtain wealth and riches. Another one says that a portion or thing considered to be the same as another in status or quantity. To be the same as a number or amount. Having the ability or resources to meet a challenge. Y'all, this blew my mind. This blew my mind, because I want you to know that you are equal to that. Whatever, anything that you're thinking of, put that one anything in your mind right now. Something that's been nagging you, and you may feel like, how am I going to overcome that? What am I going to do to deal with this finances or this person or whatever it is? Put that anything in your mind right now. And I want you to say out loud, I'm equal to that. Wow, all right. I am equal to that. That means you're on the same playing ground. You're on the same battlefield. I think about boxers, and they don't really put someone that's of different weight. You try to hold them the same weight. That means you have a chance. Now, the rest is up to you. The rest is up to what you're telling yourself. What's my game in this moment? Y'all, I'm Kristy Angelee. I thank you all so much for allowing me to share what's your I can, to help you change your story, to transform your life, and create the utopian world that you desire.